And I think one of the big keys for them is their point guard. He's a transfer from Butler, Chris Harrison Docks from Michigan. If he shoots the ball well, and he can, he's a scorer, they are a much different team. Tonight's opening tip-off brought to you by Window World. James White ready to jump center, and the ball is tapped. And Arkansas Little Rock has it. That's Devontae Smith, junior college teammate of Marshall Henderson, the star at Ole Miss. And they want to go inside right away. They'd like to establish James White, and he kicks it back out.
Tom, these two offenses mirror each other a lot. A lot of ball screens. One of those big guys will be down. The other big guy will be up.
Price will pick up a foul there as Leroy Eisler from Boys and Girls High School in Brooklyn will go to the free throw line. He's a 68% free throw shooter.
Knocked down the three, likes to take the ball to the basket, kind of a role player, kind of understands who he is, pretty good athlete.
7 points, 3 rebounds a game. Second team All-City of Brooklyn as a senior.
You and I were talking early too. Neighbors needs to play as long as he can.
Yeah.
Once he comes out, that ankle can stiffen up on him.
And you'd really worry about second half then, wouldn't you?
Yes, you would.
Yeah.
You'd put that thing in something warm at halftime.
Yeah, exactly. This is Chris Harrison Docks, 5'11", redshirt freshman, with the lob pass that was just a little bit too high for George Fant. Oh, nice position. They just couldn't get him the ball. White was in great shape down there. Now Fant on Neighbor. Little backdoor action, and Kate Dickerson is right there. Dickerson is one of those glue guys, Coach. Really a good defender, makes smart decisions with the basketball. Another guy that when he's making threes really changes this ball club.
Took the words right out of my mouth. He can step up and shoot the ball well.
Fant double team Harrison Docks. That's a layup. He didn't get that one. Missed that layup. But Coach, that's a really good shot for him.
One of the things that the Hilltoppers have been doing very, very well. They haven't shot the ball well, but they go after the ball extremely well.
On the backboard, you mean?
Yes.
Looking to get it in. And they'll get it set. Fant and Price are both 1,000-point scorers. Price comes up a little bit short. Neighbor fought for the rebound and a foul called on the Hilltoppers.
I thought he got up pretty well there. I couldn't see if he landed properly, but you got to use both of your feet if you're going to get up that high.
Aaron Adeoye, a 6'7" junior from Marion, Illinois, Logan Junior College, was third-team junior college All-American, picks up the personal foul. I think it's interesting that Fant starts on Neighbor because Neighbor can take it out on the floor. Shot came up a little bit short, and here come the Hilltoppers. Tops have won 5 in a row and have put themselves right back into the conference race, if not for the championship, certainly for the second place spot in the tournament, which is a huge part of what they're looking for. As Harrison Docks nails that three. He's a 36% three-point shooter.
When he can get set like that, and it was a great double screen where he can create problems.
Neighbor goes over to set the screen roll. And Kate Dickerson will be called for the foul there. That's that new interpretation where they're trying to get after it a little bit when you're trying to get to the basket and get cut off.
You'll see that double screen, and then the defense tries to slide underneath, and as a result of that, he's wide open for that shot.
Backing in against Price and hold it. We've got a foul on TJ Price. They'll call him for that arm in the back. And the fouls right away mounting up against the Hilltoppers.
Now, Eisler can back you in like that, and he's strong and athletic enough that he can get over you. So that could be a problem for the Toppers.
We haven't really seen Neighbor do too much so far.
No, I agree with you, though, with Fant on him. That's an interesting combination.
T.J. Price goes out with 2 fouls. Jackson comes in. There it is, driving to the bucket. No shot, says the official.
Same screen as a moment ago for Dox, only this time the offensive player, Draxon, drove the ball to the basket where Dox shot the way. Right there is your drive, and Neighbors had no chance of coming over there and making a play on it.
Nice handoff. Now Fant gets really good position inside. Neighbor right there really bothered him. You could tell he didn't like that. White with the rebound.
Fant's much better with angles.
Neighbor wants it down low, has it. Double teamed immediately, and he traveled, and he came up limping. Did you see that? Now he's kind of working on that right foot a little bit after they call the travel.
I think what you're going to see the Toppers do, what we saw right there, is you're going to see a lot of trapping on Neighbors and make him give up the ball. Yeah, any kind of, unique movement, any twist is going to bother him.
Jackson comes around that screen. Nice move, but that's blocked away by White inside Fant. No. Rebound White right there. Gets it out. And Devontae Smith decides to slow it down. Jackson thought he had a steal right there. Screen roll. Neighbor for 3. And that is a great sign for the Trojans. He had a lot of trouble shooting the basketball 2 nights ago in their loss at home to Georgia State.
And Fant has got to get up and put pressure on him and say, no, you drive the ball.
Yeah.
Can't let him have that shot. If he's got an angle, he's good.
And Fant with the little jump hook in the lane puts it in. So we've seen the 2 guys now go to the kind of their go-to move. Neighbor with the 3, and Fant goes to the bucket.
Neighbor will use a lot of shot fakes, too. He'll try to get you up in the air.
Got bumped and then travel. Travel called on the rebound, and Ray Harper wanted a foul call, and instead it's a travel. We got a timeout. 15:23 left first half. Interesting start for these 2 teams. Wins, but 2 losses, a little difference there.
Well, that's huge. That's why tonight's game is huge for both teams, because now Western Kentucky can put a little distance, but Little Rock can almost catch them if they can win tonight.
Yeah, big game tonight here. Smith goes down low to White, tries to go baseline, gets cut off, and that pass deflected, goes out of bounds. Will belong to the Trojans. 25 on the shot clock.
James White loves to turn and face, and he was trying to get that done and then look across the court, but nobody was there, and the ball was deflected.
They made a change defensively now as Fant is on James White. Around that screen now, Fant pops out, and they lost the ball. Eisler was dribbling it there and wanted White to go inside and post up because he had Fant coming out, and just lost the ball.
And I think a Kamene is a better matchup on Neighbor, and you protect Fant a little bit. Remember, he got in foul trouble at Bowling Green and only played 19 minutes.
Ball is kicked.
Kamene's been playing better for the Toppers. Last couple of games, he has been very productive, both points and rebounds.
Neighbor with the steal, 17 points and 18 rebounds last 2 ball games. Double pumped in the lane and put it in. Ben Dillard knocks that home, and when he's on, He's a lot of fun to watch.
Well, he used a lot of strength there because I didn't think he was going to get that up.
Partially blocked and then a foul called. And I think that'll go on James White on the rebound. That'll be a pushing foul on White. Brandon Harris comes in.
Great block, and now transition situation. Great feed right there. And watch him. He gets that ball blocked. I didn't think he was going to complete the play. He just, strength-wise, did a great job.
Josh Higgins from Bossier City, Louisiana. Jackson. Dickerson drew the defense but couldn't deliver the pass. Here comes Devontae Smith on the run. Dillard for three. A 45% three-point shooter, and when it's rolling for him, he is really something.
And 48% of his shots come from there, so every other time he shoots, it's from that range.
Yeah, he's not afraid, obviously. Good ball movement by the Hilltoppers.
As I said earlier, these two offenses mirror each other a lot. Trying to get it down in there to their big men. Three guys out on the floor.
And there's a three at the other end. Brandon Harris knocks that down. Arkansas Little Rock wanted a foul called there. I think both guys were just going after the ball.
Well, a little too much dribbling by Devontae Smith. He's got to give the ball up a little bit quicker.
Smith runs into the defender, and Fant right there for the rebound. Trying to draw a foul. Good no call by the officials. Kick it out. Dickerson, a good look at a three. Yep. Went around a couple times and dropped.
Did a great job of sliding on the transition and staying behind that three-point line, waiting for the passer to make the feed, and Jackson did. Great pass.
Aaron Dale will set the check in for the Hilltoppers. Drive through the lane. Dillard couldn't get it, but is there for the rebound. Now White puts it up, around, and good. That's what you talked about, is his mid-range game. You really like it, don't you?
Yeah, I really do. And I think he's much more comfortable facing the basket than a true back-to-the-basket player.
Dickerson trying for back-to-back trays, and Neighbor is right there. Neighbor looks a lot better than he did Thursday, Coach. He's moving better. He's got a little more spring in his step. Now baseline jumper around, no good. And here comes Western Kentucky on the run. Jackson off the glass, nope, and a rebound foul. And I think that'll go on Economy. As we've got a timeout on the floor. 11:57 left. That's a nice open look for Ben Dillard. Same thing for Harrison Dock. 1-point ball game.
I'm not sure I want to go down in there, and he plays more out on the perimeter.
Josh Hagan, as I mentioned, was set to check in, now is in.
They like this little 1-2-2 half three-quarters court trap.
White comes out. Gus Leeper, a redshirt junior out of Austin Westlake High School, comes in.
He's a banger, tough around the basket, role player.
And comes out with a 3-second call. He can shoot it. That's the one thing the coaches will tell you, is he can shoot the basketball.
And his size and on strength, he gives both of the big men for the Trojans a break, and will play that kind of role. Does a good job.
Yeah, commissioner's list for academics, terrific student, double major. A Adeoye baseline jump shot. And here come the Trojans on the run, a 1-point ball game. Neighbor had good post-up position. Boy, he is in a battle down low now.
Yeah, Billings missed him. Oh, there you go.
Trying to get to him, and that's a good defensive effort by Economy.
Economy is just a little bit bigger and longer. And as I say, I think he matches up better with Neighbors.
Harris puts up a three. Nope. Offensive rebound and jump ball. That's a heck of a job. Ben Dillard reaches in and grabs that ball. It'll stay with Western Kentucky as fans coming back in.
Well, it was an excellent rebound to begin with for Udeoye, and then, as you already alluded to, the tie-up was a good move on the other side by Dillard.
Baseline jumper. Chris Harrison docks. He's got a couple buckets now. Little full court. That's a three-quarter court pressure put on here.
Need somebody right in the middle, right where they got it.
10-second violation. And Steve Shields talking to his players saying, you got to know how much time's on that clock. You cannot stop. When you got 8 or 9 seconds. And it's kind of like the quarterbacks talk about when there's pressure and they realize, hey, it's time. I got to throw this ball. Somebody's coming. I may not see him. I got to throw it. It's the same thing with that 10-second violation. You got to have that imaginary clock, and it's got to be a little quicker than the regular clock is. Jackson goes right around, got bumped, and he'll go to the line for a pair. Trency Jackson, a 69% three-point shooter, first-team All-State out of Jackson, Mississippi. Went to Texas Tech.
See, the defense is getting caught on those screens. For a while, they were going underneath, and at times they're coming over the top. I don't think they're really sure exactly how they want to cover that, and it's causing problems for them. On somebody like Jackson, you want to slip underneath because he's looking to take the ball and go to the basket. And then on Docks, you better go over the top and make him put it on the deck. Ooh, we have a violation.
Didn't matter as Jackson made it.
Take it to the middle.
Well, that pressure really bothered them twice now, Coach.
Yeah, and I don't think the back line people are helping really.
Josh Hagan, the 6'1" sophomore, knocks it home. He was a starting point guard last year. Now he's moved to the 2 guard, coming off the bench, but they really like his offensive output, so they wanted to get him off of that point guard spot. You may notice that Harrison Docks does not have his name on the back of his jersey. Harris does and hits that 3.
Did a great job, but Hagan's rotated to a non-shooter and left a shooter wide open. You got to know who you're rotating to.
Neighbor open for 3. Around and out. Leaper fights for that rebound, kept it alive. And here comes Harris of Western Kentucky on the run. Back to Harrison Docks for 3. And a great offensive rebound by George Fant. You're a 1,000-point scorer and 500 career-plus rebounds. That's what you look like.
That's what I alluded to earlier. That's what the Toppers have been doing extremely well. Going to that offensive board and getting putbacks.
Blue Rhino, America's #1 brand of propane exchange, is giving you the chance to win a Blue Rhino tailgating prize pack, including Blue Rhino's Uniflame Gold Gas Grill, Blue Rhino propane for a year, and Blue Rhino's Mr. Barbecue 18-piece tool set with an aluminum case. Register for a chance to win sunbeltsports.org. Find your Rhino at bluerhino.com. NOLA bound. You and I are NOLA bound, Coach. We're going to get to go see this conference tournament, and from the opening tip of the first game till the closing ceremonies, it's going to be a great time, a terrific basketball tournament, and a lot of fun.
There isn't a bad basketball team, and there are so many good basketball players. What a great opportunity for fans to come see great basketball. I thought he was going to call a foul, didn't you?
Yeah, got a little bump, but the official said no, he traveled first.
The press has bothered them a little bit.
A lot, yeah.
They're going to have to get that resolved, or it's going to continue to be an issue.
Harris gets everybody set where he wants them. Adeoye, a little slip screen. Inside Fant in the lane. Gathers. Oh, had it stripped away. Now gets it back. Loose inside. No. And quick down the floor. And a foul called, and that might hurt. Oh. He went down hard on that tailbone, and looks like he's all right, Coach, but those hurt.
Fortunately, he banged the defensive man right there, and I think kind of cushioned his fall a little bit. But you're right, that hurts.
Now Fant comes out.
And I think it was Jackson that he banged and got the foul.
Baseline drive. Oh, that's a pretty move. Josh Higgins. Oh, my.
Took it to the left, pulled the defense, and then exploded on that baseline. Oh, was that great. Zone defense here, Tom. First time we've seen the Trojans do that.
And they really needed that bucket.
Yeah, they better get the offensive rebound.
Nothing's going. They got nothing going here, Coach.
At the Toppers, changing defenses, a lot of times they'll do that.
And they throw it into the third row. And Ray Harper wants a timeout. Higgins baseline drive here. Up, under, and good. That was good. Let's see it one more time. Coming into your living room off the glass. We'll be right back.
Brandon Harris, shooting the ball extremely well. Three-point shots have really been effective for the Hilltoppers, and that's kept them in it, along with their offensive rebounding. And I think that three-quarter court press kind of bothered the Trojans a little bit, Tom. Those three things have been the positive parts of what the Toppers are doing to give them the lead.
Well, you're 5 of 10 from the three-point stripe. You're pretty happy with that.
Now the Trojans are getting it over the line, but they're not exploiting it. You got to attack it. That zone press.
Yeah, and I want to talk to you about that. Little neighbor back in the ball game as we've got a jumper that's so short. Oh, how about White? White right there. Took that as a pass and hammered that baby home. Kind of a 3-2 zone here. Trying to protect that three-point strike. And there they go. They get a turnover right away. Down the lane. No. And out of bounds. Just would not fall.
Well, he kind of lost his balance as he was driving, and he kind of threw it up there. He could have bypassed the shot. It was a heck of a steal. But now the Toppers have got to figure out how to solve this zone defense a little bit.
Fant up and under, and that's a heck of a solve. Yep. Let him just power it inside. Fant with 6 points now. Inside White in the lane, and he hits again. You mentioned in the open you thought he really had to take up some slack, and he has.
I think he has to, because, you know, Neighbor's only taken 2 shots all night. And if White doesn't do it, as much as they like to go inside, I'm not sure who else will.
6 points and 4 rebounds here for James White in the first half. Now Harris puts up a 3 again. They're 6 of 11 from the three-point stripe. Absolutely smoking from out there. Having trouble getting it across the half-court stripe. And, Coach, what that does is it takes away your time to execute your offense. You got to hurry a little bit more to get a good shot.
Very good point. That's why you got to attack the doggone thing, not just be content to get over the timeout.
Shot clock's down to 9 now. White posted up. Instead, it's a 3, top of the circle. Adeoye does a nice job of the blockout. Dickerson on the run from the right side, and Steve Shields needs a timeout. He takes it right away. As soon as Dickerson hit that shot, he's hollering for the official to get him a timeout. He's got to fix a few things here, Coach.
Well, to begin with, in transition defense, you've got to match up and get to shooters quicker than what of what the Trojans are doing. That's the same with their last three-point shots. So the last two shots they've taken, the defense has been slow getting there. Then they're slow running an offense down on the other end, and you alluded to it already. They're taking too much time to get across the timeline, and they aren't getting a whole lot down offensively.
And the Hilltoppers coach are getting good looks.
Well, see that? The defense is slow right there. White is slow coming out to put pressure on the shooter. You got to put pressure quickly because Harris can just drill it. And you're right. Right now, the Toppers are in a zone, and they are just nailing it. Kind of reminds me of what UT Arlington did in the first half of our game last year.
Oh, at Georgia State. Yeah. Oh, exactly. My God. They were unbelievable, weren't they?
Yeah.
Almost ended up to be the Panthers' first loss, but
you do remember doing that game.
Never stops with you. Did you pay that parking ticket yet? Nice pass inside, got deflected. Here come the Hilltoppers on the run. Harrison Docks lost it and now gets it back. Now Dickerson for three. And the Trojans need to get something rolling, down 8. Just under 5 minutes left in the first half. Good look, but he decided, nah, let's wait. Neighbor as Dickerson comes over to double team. Through the lane, off the glass, no, but a foul call. Devontae Smith just couldn't get it to fall.
Excellent feed by Neighbors, Tom. As Smith cut down the lane, he found him, and then Smith created his own offense. You'll see him cutting right down the lane, get the ball, and then just created his own offense. But that happened because Neighbors found the open man out of the trap.
Devontae Smith, the junior from Douglas High School in Oklahoma City. MVP of the state tournament. Won the state tournament as a foul goes against Neighbor. Against Ryan Spangler, Oklahoma, one of Oklahoma's star players, tough kid. And it was a back and forth affair.
The way this game is being played right now, Neighbors isn't the focal point. And I think one of the things the Trojans are going to have to do is figure out, get the ball across the timeline and get the ball into Will Neighbors' hands more often.
They stay in that zone, but this time it's a 2-3 to take away from that wing three-pointer. Good help and recover there. Jackson drives in. Oh, pretty up and under move by Trincy Jackson, the transfer from Texas Tech. Trincy Jackson and Chris Harrison Docks both had to sit out about the first half of the season. Semester break as there's a drive by Leroy Eisler, and we've got a timeout call. 30-21. We'll have free throws when we come back. Western Kentucky with the lead.
Brandon Harris shooting the ball extremely well. Three-point shots have really been effective for the Hilltoppers, and that's kept them in it along with their offensive rebounding. And I think that three-quarter court press kind of bothered the Trojans a little bit, Tom. Those three things have been the positive parts of what the Toppers are doing to give them the lead.
Well, you're 5 of 10 from the three-point stripe. You're pretty happy with that.
Now the Trojans are getting it over the line, but they're not exploiting it. You got to attack it. That zone press.
Yeah, and I want to talk to you about that. Will Neighbor back in the ball game as we've got a jumper that's so short. Oh, how about White? White right there. Took that as a pass and hammered that baby home. Kind of a 3-2 zone here. Trying to protect that three-point stripe. And there they go. They get a turnover right away. Down the lane. No. And out of bounds. Just would not fall.
Well, he kind of lost his balance as he was driving, and he kind of threw it up there. He could have bypassed the shot. It was a heck of a steal. But now the Toppers have got to figure out how to solve this zone defense a little bit.
Fant up and under, and that's a heck of a solve. Yep. Let him just power it inside. Fant with 6 points now. Inside White in the lane, and he hits again. You mentioned in the open you thought he really had to take up some slack, and he has.
I think he has to, because, you know, Neighbors only taken 2 shots all night. And if White doesn't do it, as much as they like to go inside, I'm not sure who else will.
6 points and 4 rebounds here for James White in the first half. Now Harris puts up a 3 again. They're 6 of 11 from the three-point stripe. Absolutely smoking from out there. Having trouble getting it across the half-court stripe. And, Coach, what that does is it takes away your time to execute your offense. You got to hurry a little bit more to get a good shot.
Very good point. That's why you got to attack the doggone thing, not just be content to get over the timeline.
Shot clock's down to 9 now. White posted up. Instead, it's a 3, top of the circle. Adeoye does a nice job of the block out. Dickerson on the run from the right side, and Steve Shields needs a timeout. He takes it right away. As soon as Dickerson hit that shot, he's hollering for the official to get him a timeout. He's got to fix a few things here, Coach.
Well, to begin with, in transition defense, you've got to match up and get to shooters quicker than what the Trojans are doing. That's the same with the last three-point shot. So the last 2 shots they've taken, the defense has been slow getting there. Then they're slow running an offense down on the other end, and you alluded to it already. They're taking too much time to get across the timeline, and they aren't getting a whole lot down offensively.
And the Hilltoppers, Coach, are getting good looks.
Well, see that? The defense is slow right there. White is slow coming out to put pressure on the shooter. You got to put pressure quickly, because Harris can just drill it. And you're right. Right now, the Toppers are in a zone, and they are just nailing it. Kind of reminds me of what UT Arlington did in the first half of our game last year.
Oh, at Georgia State, yeah. Oh, exactly. My God, they were unbelievable, weren't they?
Yeah.
Almost ended up to be the Panthers' first loss, but
you do remember doing that game.
Never stops with you. Did you pay that parking ticket yet? Nice pass inside, got deflected. Here come the Hilltoppers on the run. Harrison Docks lost it and now gets it back. Now Dickerson for 3. And the Trojans need to get something rolling, down 8. Just under 5 minutes left in the first half. Good look, but he decided, nah, let's wait. Neighbor as Dickerson comes over to double team. Through the lane, off the glass, no, but a foul call. Devontae Smith just couldn't get it to fall. Excellent
feed by Neighbors, Tom. As Smith cut down the lane, he found him, and then Smith created his own offense. You'll see him cutting right down the lane, get the ball, and then just created his own offense. But that happened because Neighbors found the open man out of the trap.
Devontae Smith, the junior from Douglas High School in Oklahoma City. MVP of the state tournament. Won the state tournament as the foul goes against Neighbor. Against Ryan Spangler, Oklahoma, one of Oklahoma's star players, tough kid. And it was a back and forth affair.
The way this game is being played right now, Neighbors isn't the focal point. And I think one of the things the Trojans are going to have to do is figure out, get the ball across the timeline and get the ball into Will Neighbors' hands more often.
They stay in that zone, but this time it's a 2-3 to take away from that wing three-pointer. Good help and recover there. Jackson drives in. Oh, pretty up and under move by Trincy Jackson, the transfer from Texas Tech. Trincy Jackson and Chris Harrison Docks both had to sit out about the first half of the season semester break as there's a drive by Leroy Eisler, and we've got a timeout call. 30-21. We'll have free throws when we come back. Western Kentucky with the lead.
They're all involved, and they're all knocking that doggone thing down.
Arkansas Little Rock starts in a man-to-man. Western Kentucky makes threes. They go to a 3-2 zone. Western Kentucky makes threes. Now they've gone to a 2-3, and you would think trying to slow that trend down, right?
Yes, that's if you're going to go to a zone against a very good shooting team, you've got to know where those shooters are, and you've got to be there when they're there. Now, the last time, though, they played Jackson like he was a three-point shooter, and he was able to drive the ball to the basket.
Yep. Leroy Eisler had 28 starts last year, junior college. He was honorable mention all-conference at Lee College. High school 2009-10 city champs in Brooklyn. Played football as a freshman and sophomore. Lived down in North Carolina, then moved to Brooklyn.
Did you see Joe Klein there? What was wrong with Joe?
What do you mean, what was wrong with Joe?
Well, he had his head down. I mean, he just looked like he was in agony.
Joe is in agony all the time.
We are referring to the assistant basketball coach at Arkansas Little Rock, who you got to know when he was playing in the MBB.
Well, I hosted him when he was a basketball player from Southern Missouri. As we get a three from the left corner, and wow, unbelievable.
He's shooting, Jackson's shooting 36%, so the defense helped on the penetration. He was wide open.
Neighbor pops out. Neighbor's got to get something going offensively.
Got to get him the ball.
Three, top of the circle. Nope. Oh, heck of an offensive rebound and then a foul. Eisler went up like a man there and grabbed that. And Harris will pick up the foul. This is a serious rebound, Coach. That is, rebounding's about effort. That was really effort.
And that's what the Toppers have been doing as a team. Now, you're right. That was a great effort by Eisler. And the Trojans need more of that.
Front end of the 1-and-1. 19 fouls against Western Kentucky. Just 5 on Arkansas Little Rock, as Eisler will make that. A 68% free throw shooter. 44-64. James White will come back in. Marique Isom will check out. Isom was a heck of a shooter in high school. Bowie High School in Austin, which, by the way, is the school district that I live in as well. I knew you'd be excited to hear that.
Well, I was just
on the edge of
my seat.
Got both free throws. 33-25 with 3 minutes left. So as hot as Western Kentucky's been, and we talked about this last week with Texas Arlington, as hot as Western Kentucky's been from behind that arc as he misses that one, and the rebound pulled down by White, it's not an insurmountable lead by any chance. White, top of the circle jumper, just a little short, and a heck of a rebound pulled down by Jackson. Goes length of the floor, and a foul called, and he'll go to the line.
Higgins didn't have to foul because White was right there, and that ball was going to get rejected. And I think that's what Coach Shields was upset about. So just back away. The big man is there to save you.
Yeah, right.
And Jackson's got to turn his left hand into the defense anyway. Now, this is the area we were talking about before the game, where the Toppers have struggled the last couple of games.
Oh, they really have. They've
shooting 59%.
Yeah, 40 of 68 in the last 2 ball games from the free throw line. 59%.
That'll drive you nuts. And they were good before that.
Oh, really good. Yeah.
So go figure.
Yeah, exactly. But just a 67% free throw shooting team on the season. Smith gets a double high screen. Starts to drive with the left hand. That one wasn't close. White fought for the rebound. There are bodies all over the floor. And here comes Western Kentucky. And now hold it. We've got an injured Hilltopper at the other end. He's really rolling around. It's Tracy Jackson. See if we can see what happens here.
You know, I'm saying it's either an ankle or a knee.
Yeah, you just heard him say knee. Yeah. My knee. You heard him say it, my knee.
Yeah, do you see how he... Oh, right there.
Yeah.
Could be an ankle. You know, I have to be honest with you. I hope it's an ankle over a knee.
Yeah.
Because usually...
And he's getting up now.
Yeah, that's...
Slowly, he's getting up.
He's rubbing that knee, so... Hopefully he didn't twist it and tear something in there. That's what I always...
Ray Harper goes over to check on him.
Jackson was playing well.
Oh, he really was,
into
yeah.
the basket, creating offensive opportunities, knocked down the three. That's part of that strength off the bench, which Coach Harper likes.
Coming up to half, we'll talk to UALR Athletics Director Chris Peterson. Take a look at first half stats and highlights at the half.
Back man-to-man.
Harrison Docks finds Harris. He lets fly top of the circle. And Gus Leeper's back in the ball game. Comes down with a rebound. Long, quick three is good. Josh Hagens has had a pretty darn good first half. We've got a 6-point ball game now. Just stolen away, and Devontae Smith just could not hang on to it. He had it for a second, and now Ray Harper wants to time out. Coach Harper making his point to accommodate. 6-point ball game, and usually when a ball club goes on a run like they have from the three-point line, it's a little different. Score. Scores in the Sun Belt, brought to you by Golden Flake, official snack food of the conference. How about Texas State? Tell you, they get tougher and tougher as the season goes on. Texas State's a pretty good basketball team, and then Monday night, a huge ball game. Western Kentucky stays up here in the state of Arkansas. They'll take on Arkansas State. This schedule down the stretch in the Sun Belt Conference, gosh, it's terrific. And we will be in New Orleans March 12th through the 16th for the Sun Belt Conference Tournament. Now they go back to that 2-3 zone. Fan travel. He tried to get his way inside against Leeper, couldn't do it. Leeper holds his ground here. And they'll call that travel. Drive baseline, and there's a blocking foul that will be called on Brandon Harris. Josh Hagens really has done a nice job going to the bucket. So Hagens will go to the line. 86% free throw shooter. 18 of 20.
Tom Hagens has been very effective driving that baseline the latter part of this half.
Boy, he is a good free throw shooter, isn't he? 18 now. What is it? 20 and 22 in Sun Belt Conference play. 4-point ball game. Coming up on a minute left in the half. Dickerson looks inside. They want to go to Fant. Leeper's doing a nice job on him. Minute left. Fant pops out. Screen roll with Jackson. Jackson drives in, off the glass, nope. Gets his own rebound and put that one back up and in. Nice effort by Jackson there to come up with that second chance opportunity. Off the glass short, but a foul called. Devontae Smith will go to the line. He'll get a pair here.
Tom, the Trojans are taking the ball and going to the basket a lot more than what they were earlier, but they've kind of lost their inside presence, and they need to reestablish that in the second half.
Knocks that free throw down. And Bob, I think once they've started going to the basket and had some success with that, they've really been good. They're a different team offensively. I mean, you'd love to get it inside. When you can score going to the basket, that's a great thing.
Without question, and they're much harder to guard instead of shooting those long-range shots, just taking it and going.
4-point halftime lead. Shot clock, game clock, you can see them down the bottom, almost the same.
Usually see a ball screen here, Tom, as once the clock ticks down, and then they'll create out of it. Usually try to go to down to Fant if they can't get a long-range shot by one of their perimeter shooters.
Remember, T.J. Price got 2 fouls early in this game and has been out for quite some time, and there is Fant. He kicks it, and now the ball is tipped, picked up, and the half will end. Would not have counted. The half had ended 36-32, a 4-point ball game, and a good comeback for Arkansas Little Rock. Now let's go down to the end of the floor. Standing by with Bob Donewald is Hilltopper head coach Ray Harper. Go ahead, Coach Donewald.
Coach, three-point shooting was very effective in the first half. Did you come into the game with that kind of game plan?
I mean, we made some shots. We got to do a better job taking care of the ball, getting back in transition, giving up too many easy baskets.
How about your offensive rebounding? It was really, I thought, kept you in it for an extended period.
Well, we're okay, but we've got too many breakdowns, not knowing what we're doing in transition. Higgins, we don't stop the ball, makes a three. We didn't close out the half like we needed to.
Thanks, Coach. Go talk to your kids. Tommy,
all right,
back to you, my man.
Thank you, sir. 36-32, halftime here, a 4-point ball game. We've got lots coming up. We'll talk to Chris Peterson of UALR and have stats and highlights. Basketball is being brought to you by Golden Flake Snack Foods, the South's original potato chip and official snack of the Sun Belt Conference. Allergies, the industry's first all-natural, non-drowsy allergy lozenge found nationwide at a Walgreens near you. The 2014 Sun Belt Conference Basketball Tournament, presented by First Bank and Trust, is NOLA bound. Get out on the action March 12th through the 16th at the New Orleans Lakefront Arena by getting your tickets today. 36-32 halftime here. Will Neighbor coached just 1 of 2 from the field. Both of those were threes. 18 minutes, 3 points and 2 rebounds. And yet it's a 4-point ball game.
It's a 4-point game, but you have to remember that Price really didn't play in the first half, and so it'll be interesting to see what TJ gets done in the second half. But Neighbors has got to do more. 32 at Bowling Green. He's got to be the man here in the second half. And as we talked earlier, White's got to have a good second half.
There's Neighbor with the basketball with Fant on him. So they go back to that defensive matchup. Smith starts to drive, and this is just what you'd think he could do as that ball tapped out of bounds. Neighbor tried to go by.
Yeah, the Toppers did a great job of rotating over and stopping that drive because Fant was faked out.
White comes around that screen and Neighbor pops out, and he'll take that three. You could tell as he was setting up, you knew he knew that shot was going up before he ever caught the ball.
Only a big man would have that feel for another big man.
Isn't that something, though? I mean, you could just see that. Here's Price back on the floor. Remember, he got 2 fouls early. Ball is kicked. They'll get it out of bounds. But yeah, you could see he's backing up and he's ready to shoot it. It's going up.
Well,
he knew he had that cushion.
He knows he's got to produce big time if the Trojans are going to have a chance to win this game.
Price travel.
You'll see the screen. He screens, then pops up, and the defense just kind of freezes for a minute. Fant, and he doesn't make him put it on the deck. If you're going to guard him, you better make him put it on the deck.
Oh, yeah, out there, he can kill you. 1-point ball game. White with it.
Face.
And a foul called right away. And this is what happened in the first half. Foul called against Adeoye, the 6'7" junior from Marion, Illinois. He lost. Adeoye, get this, lost 15 pounds in the offseason, now has 6% body fat. He's checking out right now. 6% body fat.
Kind of like me.
And your pinky. Neighbor gets it right back to Smith. You asked for that. Don't look at me like that. You asked for that one.
All right.
Ooh, Neighbor tried to post up and got pushed by Fant, and he didn't like it. His foot must have twinged right there. Ball deflected. Plenty of time on the shot clock. Double bounce pass into the corner, and now they'll reset.
Well, they miss White twice. Once on this side and once on that side.
They didn't miss him that time. James White had 14 and 10 the last time these two teams met, and he puts Little Rock in the lead.
Higgins did a great job, Comet, driving. Defense rotated, and he pitched. Oh, what a great offensive play by that young man.
And a foul called. I think this is away from the ball. Nope, it is Devontae Smith.
Watch that drive. Watch the defense collapse. Look, they're all guarding him, and they forget Mr. White underneath the basket. Great offensive play.
Price with it. Bounces inside to Fant. Back on top, Price. Harrison docks for 3. Around and out. And off the glass, a good follow there for Carl Akamine.
I thought Neighbors used his head because he wasn't going to block it. And rather than getting a cheap foul, he just backed off. Saying, okay, we'll play another day.
Neighbor double team. Puts that shot off the glass. It's short. And here comes Western Kentucky on the drive. Yes, and the foul on Will Neighbor. Well, Carl Akamine, tough player in there, Coach.
Well, it's a great transition play, and Price makes a great feed down inside with Akamine, who was running the middle of the court. And you need a big man to run the middle of the court.
Looking for that three-point play. We've had several times where we've had either near or lane violations. There's another one there. That didn't go in. He was going to get another shot. It's probably, what, the 4th or 5th time?
At least.
And an offensive foul, I think. Is he going the other way?
No, I don't think so.
A hold called inside.
On Akamine.
Fant picks up the foul.
Fant picked up the foul?
Yeah, his second. Hagan has loved driving that baseline. Eisler inside White. Oh, had it knocked down. And now Western Kentucky has turned up this defensive effort. Price starts to drive, and oh, a blocking foul. That's one that could have gone either way. The official says Devontae Smith got in the way, and it's not as you're shooting, it is as you start your move to go to the basket.
After last week, I'll just be quiet.
You know, you try and guess, and it's so hard. Oh, nice screen. Price with a terrific screen. Fant made the basket. Price with a really nice screen there. He opened that up. Neighbor got his man in the air, missed that jumper, and now Western Kentucky trying to put a little hammer down here. Price drops it off. Harrison Docks, Black. And here they come on the run. Hagan, baseline drive again off the glass. No. Rebound Eisler, and he'll go to the line for a pair.
I'll tell you what, that was a good penetration by Hagens, avoiding the charge on the drive. He avoids the charge, and then Docks kind of pushes and gets away with a push, but ultimately Eisler gets to go to the free throw line.
A bench warning has been called against both benches for assistant coaches and players standing up. That's kind of like a sideline warning in football. You give them the warning and you hope you never have to call it again.
Yeah, assistants shouldn't be getting up, and kids I understand, but assistants have got to use good judgment. Let the coach handle those situations. The head coach.
Eisler's free throw went in and came out. Fant comes out. Adeoye comes back in. Tracy Jackson comes back. Good to see him back in after that knee.
There's Joe Klein. He was trying to communicate to us just before the half.
Oh, I know what he was saying, and so do you. You're not. You all of a sudden you stopped talking.
He made reference to your defense.
No,
as a
he
player?
did not. No, that was not part of what he was. Oh, he missed them both. You picked that 84 team that he was on in the Olympics, didn't you?
I did. The 83 Pan Am team and the 84 Olympic team. And he was fun to coach.
Oh. Played hard, didn't he?
Oh.
Baseline three from the corner. It is really getting physical now. And the Trojans need a bucket. Hagens, oh, big time move.
It opened up. He didn't go too fast, too soon, but he got quick when he needed to be quick.
19 starts last year again as a point guard, now goes to the two guard, and they're back to that 3-2 zone. Price. Now Price, a quick three from the right side.
Hagens didn't get there in time. You got to be with Price, because that's what he wants to do. He wants to shoot that long-range shot.
Neighbor, double team, picks up his dribble. Inside jump, hook off. James White played well.
In, trap, back out, back in. Didn't have time to retrap. I'm talking about the toppers.
Harrison Docks gives it back. Baseline, out of bounds. We got a timeout on the floor. 14:59 left. T.J. Price can make a living out of there. You see the big smile.
You know,
46-41, yes, sir.
That was Price's first basket.
Yeah. Well, he was gone with what? 3 minutes gone in the first half, something like that. He was out. Wide open three, top of the circle, and that is a good shot. Marie Isom, the redshirt freshman from Austin, just a 19% three-point shooter, knocks that one down. Neighbor gets a break, and there's a travel. Gus Leeper from Westlake High School, also in Austin, into the ballgame, so the Austin contingent now in.
See, the defense all went with the dribbler, and the screener was left wide open, so Isom was just able to step and shoot the ball.
He's a great shooter in high school.
Same play again.
And there he is again. Oh, this time great decision. Goes to the bucket and lays it in. Isom with a three and then a deuce, and we got a tie ball game. And Coach Harper wants a timeout. And this place is making some noise.
Great calls by Coach Shields on the screen to give Isom that shot. And It's a great drive to complement the three-point shot. We'll be right back. Don't go away. This is a long way from being over.
And all of a sudden, you got a lot more attention.
And the Trojans do a good job, and especially their hero, they do a great job, and I'm talking about Neighbors, of using the shot fake.
Neighbors been out for a while now as Price comes around that screen. Fan wants it, gets it inside. They double team him. Now Harris for three. And the three-point strike's gone just a little bit cold for Western Kentucky here in the second half. Leeper trying to post up. Hagan drives baseline. He has lived in this game, going baseline again and again and again.
And he's doing a great job of setting the man up.
Price with the screen roll. Leeper comes out to help, and oh, that's a deep three by T.J. Price.
You've got to go over the top of that screen, and Eisler tried to slide underneath. Can't do it that way.
Inside Leeper, off the glass, no. Rebound tap, no, but a foul called. Eisler had it for a second, looked like it was going to hang on, and now Fant is down. And slow to get up. Get poked in the eye, hitting the nose.
He is so aggressive and so assertive. You know what Leeper does here? Watch him tip the ball over, and I don't know whether it was an accident or not.
No, it looked like he wanted to, yeah.
Exactly, that's the way it looked to me. You know from living in that post area your whole life that at times, if you're going to be aggressive, you're going to get errant elbows, and that's just part of the game.
You get your nose broken, you're going to get your eye poked, you're going to get hit. Remember Kareem Abdul-Jabbar wore the goggles all the time? He got poked in the eye so many times, and I talked about it many times, talked to him about it many times. He got poked in the eye so many times that he started wearing the goggles just so he could see. Because people would come up and go after that ball and get him in the eye. Boy, they continue to make those free throws.
And I said this last week, and Georgia State proved me wrong because UTA went to the free throw line more, but the team that usually goes to the line most often wins.
Wins game.
At any level.
Ray Meyer, the legendary DePaul coach, used to say, the guy that goes to the free throw line the most is your most important player.
Did Mikan go to the line?
Aguirre, he had a few of them, didn't he? Harris comes around that screen. Nice job defensively by Eisler on Price there. He denied that cut. Harris kicks it out, 12 on the shot clock. A Daly for three. Back of the rim, fight for the rebound. Harris right there. Kicks it out. Price for three again. Nope. A third attempt now for Western Kentucky. Back-to-back offensive rebounds.
You get three shots, you usually get one of them in.
Price wants it on the post-up. Has it down low. Turns up under. Yes, count it, and the foul.
And there was a mismatch inside, and he used a great shot fake there. But there was a mismatch inside. Right there, you could see it right on the post. And there's no way that Higgins can guard him down inside.
No.
And
He's just too strong.
Yeah. But you can't go around him. You got to make him shoot over you because he's an angle man. He's a go-to-the-basket man.
Higgins 6'1", 175. Price 6'4", 215. You look at those shoulders. That's a solid 215 right there. They really credit their strength and conditioning coach with changing the makeup of their team. They talk a lot about him and about what he's done for these basketball players. Driving in again, kicks it out, three from the left side. Everybody concentrating on Josh Hagan, and Ben Dillard knocks down a three. Coach, we got a ball game here in Little Rock.
Harris rotated in. That's what you're alluding to, and couldn't recover in time to get to the shooter. They're trying to go to Price, and Eisler is really fighting.
Leeper comes out on Price to help out. Shot clock at 9. And a foul called on the drive. And we've got a timeout on the floor. 11:33 left. 53-52 Little Rock. Presented by the good people at First Bank and Trust. We're so pleased that they're along with us. Coach, you and I went into dinner last night. Looked great. We come out of dinner, and it looked like a blizzard had come into Little Rock. My gosh, was it incredible.
Tom, I'm up in Michigan where we got tons and tons of snow.
That's all you got.
I was looking forward to coming down here and seeing sunshine, green grass, and I swore that the pilot had made an error, and we were back in Michigan.
Oh, God, did it snow last night? And here's a steal on the inbounds pass. Eisler takes it length of the court, missed the layup, and Price is right there. Price hesitation move down the lane. Jackson in the lane, and Gus Leeper will pick up the personal foul. And a technical foul has just been called on Steve Shields. I believe Coach Shields wanted a foul on this end on the layup.
I think he wanted a travel call on Jackson right there about where the official with the ball is standing, and he didn't get the call, and I think he reacted and then went out and made the complaint. And Eisler on the drive was just intimidated by Price, and that's why he missed the layup.
Chris Harrison docks an 89% free throw shooter, comes in and shoots the free throws.
One of the things Coach Harper said is he and Jackson brought a toughness to the game that they didn't have before.
Yeah, he just missed it.
Yeah, he missed it.
That's a great no call by the official.
Yeah, he just, I mean, as I said, I think he was intimidated on the shot.
Jackson knocks the first in.
But I don't think Coach Shields, and it was the right call, I don't think Coach Shields was looking for a technical at that point. But he got caught outside the line, and the officials had no choice but to nail him. Oh, 2-3 zone here. Neighbors has been out for a long time. You're beginning to wonder if that his knee or ankle is tightened up.
Drive right down the bucket, left hand, no, but a foul called. Heck of a drive by Ben Dillard, and he'll go to the line for a pair. And Neighbor has been out for a while. Steve Shields looking at him. Shields is looking at him, talking to him right now.
Great drive. You see it just kind of opened up, and the front line players were concerned about the inside players of the Trojans, and so there was a lane there for him to drive the ball.
Dillard a 79% free throw shooter. James White back up off the bench. Gus Leeper will check out.
I think that's a good move by Coach Shields, because now you've got a little bit more offense down inside against that zone.
10.6 rebounds for White, and now a substitution. Aaron Adeoye.
Coach Harper continues to rotate and rotate and rotate, and his thinking is in the last 10 minutes of the game, he wants his players on the floor to have fresher legs than his opponent.
Jackson around the screen, Adeoye slip screen. And now Price top of the circle for three that didn't come close. On the run, here comes Higgins. Inside White, great spin move, and he got banged. And that's a foul. And that'll go against Adeoye, the junior from Marion, Illinois. That's 4 on him. And 6 team fouls. Oh, they're saying he was in the act of shooting. Okay, I thought he was on the ground.
Isom's been kind of the X factor for the Trojans here in the second half. He's really done a nice job and contributed to it.
We talked to you about that snow a little earlier. There's plenty of it out there.
Oh, I had a devil of a time getting over here to practice shoot around today, and I'm used to driving.
Yeah. It was nasty out there. But 57-55 now.
The fans who are here and have weathered the storm are really into it.
They got a heck of a show here, don't they? Sun Belt Conference basketball. Harrison Docks bounces it inside. Good defense played by UALR. Here they come on the run. Higgins, little crossover move. Good ball movement. And the 3 from the left side. Leroy Eisler, and it's now a 5-point lead. And Ray Harper wants a timeout.
Good timeout by Coach Harper, because he's got to get that under control relative to those open shooters out on the floor. And then they've got to use better judgment when they're trying to get the ball inside and make sure there is a good angle to throw the ball. So they've gotten caught a little bit on both ends. Their defense hasn't been as good. As you can see right there, Eisler is just wide open on the shot, and they've used some poor judgment on some of their passes.
There we go, Coach. This is a huge basketball game. If Georgia State wins it, if they do, the race is for second for that conference tournament. Western Kentucky and Arkansas Little Rock, both with 7 wins. This game really changes where those two teams fit.
Well, it really tightens the whole thing. And then if they'd end up in a tie, Arkansas Little Rock beat them in Bowling Green, which means they would have beaten them or swept the series.
And win the tiebreaker.
Absolutely. So it's got all kinds of ramifications.
And we got a long way to go. And Western Kentucky's got a tough road. They finish at Georgia State. That's the last regular season weekend. Price now backs it off, comes around that screen. Oh, stolen away. Here goes Hagan, one-on-one. Little hesitation, spin, second thought. He thought about passing, then decided to shoot and knocks that baby home. What a show for Josh Hagan.
He read that passing lane. Oh, what a great defensive play.
Lost it loose. Here come the Trojans again on the run. Inside, James White. Wow. This place is erupting. And Ray Harper is forced to use another timeout. Look at this Trojan bench out to greet their team.
And it's all been because of their defense. Their defense has initiated the opportunities for them to take it and go to the basket, as we see right here. What a great move by Higgins.
He's ready to pass it, and then he does on that one. And that James White slam prompts Ray Harper, the Western Kentucky head coach, to call a timeout.
And they're doing this without Mason.
Yeah.
And quickly, Coach Harper got his big cannons back into the game. Those fans back out on the floor.
Points off turnovers, you saw that's a huge number. 25-5.
Well, you alluded earlier that there are times when the toppers have a tendency to get careless with the ball.
Yes. Turnovers and free throws have been their demise. Inside. Oh, blocked by White. Fan trying to make a move inside. White has taken over. Higgins off the glass. What a show! What a show for Josh Higgins. My goodness. NOLA bound, fans. The 12th through the 16th of March. You gotta be in New Orleans to watch this conference tournament. Fan, spin move off the glass. Nope. White tapped it. And Eisler comes down with it, and then a foul will be called on Okaro Akamine.
Defense, Fant needs angles, and White just really timed it. And then Higgins just exploded to the basket. If you remember early in my pregame comments, I said somebody needs to have a good performance.
Yeah.
I think Mr. Higgins has kind of lived up to that.
I don't think there's any doubt. Oh, has he been terrific. 17 points, 5 assists. He's been outstanding.
The steals and the change of pace the young man has used. He knows when to go. He doesn't go too soon. And he's not hesitant to give the ball up to the open man.
They're doing everything right now.
They're doing everything right now, like the Toppers did everything right in the first half for a period. And as Coach Wooden used to say, teams score in spurts.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I think there's a lot of truth in that.
Devonta Smith will come back in. Leroy Eisler is limping a little bit as he came off. When he got bumped down here at the other end on that rebound and got fouled, looked like he was in a little bit of pain, and the trainer will look at him right now, and they're looking at that right hamstring. Oh, hamstring injuries are a killer. There's that run. 15-0 the last 2.5. Wow. Oh, block. Higgins is doing it all, Coach. Now they'll back it off. Shot clock at 7 at 6. Harrison Docks comes around that screen inside a Daoui, and a strong foul on Malik Isom. Isom's a guy that plays 11 minutes a game. He's come in and been outstanding here in the second half. 68-55. We got a great game going here in Little Rock.
Things that young man has done at both ends of the floor have been incredible. How about that block? But, you know, he just is so into it and so focused. He's just unbelievable.
And when you get that kind of a role, when you just feel like you don't have to think, you're just reacting, you're just playing, it's a different mentality. You don't have to worry about, gee, is this a good shot? Is this a good pass? You just play. That's what separates a pretty good player from a really good player.
And Tom, I'll carry it one step further. He is a step ahead.
Yeah.
He isn't trying to, he is just, okay, if that happens, this is where I'm going.
Hideo, he splits the free throws. And Akamine comes back in.
Interesting that Coach Harper took Fant out. Now, I know he got the shot blocked, but I'm surprised at that move.
See when he comes back in. Double teamed, and he threw a bad pass there. That's a turnover. And so often a play like that can change a game. Jackson off the glass, no. May have been more of a pass, I'm not sure, and a travel call.
The 1-2-2 three-quarter court press really helped the Toppers in the first half. It'll be interesting to see, and they've extended it even further now, whether it really helps them here.
What made a difference in the first half, like you just said? And they lost the basketball. He's in trouble. And they do get it across.
But they're not attacking. They could have gone right down to White, down on that
and get a bucket, yeah.
Yes.
7 minutes remain here. And he dribbled it off of his foot and then got bumped. Quick move up the floor and a block and then a foul. TJ Price got fouled by Josh Higgins.
Defensive pressure by the Toppers created that loose ball situation. Very good by Western Kentucky.
Yeah. Peyton Halsey, a 6'5" freshman from Memphis, Southwind High School, checks into the ball game. Very successful high school career in Memphis. Price knocks the first one down. He'll get one more.
Arkansas Little Rock better be ready for this press and better have some answers. Getting a man in the middle, getting it up the floor, looking for opportunities to take it and go to the basket and exploit that press.
Official talking to Akaname and James White. And White right there blocks out. And then his teammate comes over and knocks the ball away. And it'll belong to Western Kentucky. And here comes Fant back. Now, Coach, that's two really unforced turnovers here in the last minute for Arkansas Little Rock. And plays like that change games.
I agree with that. The second one, though, I would not be upset with. I'd be disappointed.
They're hustle. They're
because
hustling
it's
to get the
aggressive plays, and you need to play that way if you're going to end up winning this game.
Fant knocked away by Leeper. Loose ball on the ground. Inside Jackson up. Yes, and the foul. And now Devontae Smith is shaken up. He's down on the baseline. And he is really in pain. You look at the grimace on his face. He is really in pain. And now he's up and walking off.
You know, I had a lot of players, Tom, that when they first get hit or injured and there's that sharp pain, ooh, look at that.
Yeah.
You know, they react. And then once they lay there for a minute and figure, okay, I'm okay.
Yeah.
Then they can respond.
Yeah.
Different youngsters respond differently to pain, but I coached a lot of kids that would do that. When they first went down, you thought, uh-oh, we're in deep trouble.
Yeah.
Were you like that?
No, I didn't react much. I didn't want anybody to know I might feel pain. Jackson knocks that one down. There's that full court now, man-to-man pressure.
We better go.
And a foul called on Jackson.
Price was waiting over here, and once he started,
he was ready to snipe, wasn't he? He was coming.
Go trap, yes. A little bit of the old Dean Smith run and jump concept.
There's Fant. We told you he was ready to check in. Now he's back in with 6.5 left. And Akamene will leave. Higgins has made both of his free throw attempts, now 3 of 3 from there.
Fant's got 4 fouls, and so don't be surprised in this last 6.5 minutes if we don't see a lot of offensive, defensive substitution involving him.
He had foul trouble the last time these two teams played. Only had 9 points. TJ Price was suspended for the ball game up in Bowling Green that Arkansas Little Rock won. A big win for them on the road. Fant, good move, and Leeper will pick up the personal foul. When Fant gets position like that and gets you on his hip, he's so good at holding you on that hip. It's really this is a lost art in post-up.
He's an angle man, a go-to-the-basket man, and if he doesn't complete the play, he does a superb job of getting to the free throw line.
Fant's just a 57% free throw shooter. His cousin was Jim McDaniels, the All-American NBA player. They retired the number 44 that Fant wears. And his cousin, he went to his cousin and said, hey, do you mind? His cousin said, absolutely not. Pull that baby down and you put it on. But then it's going back up. Higgins drives right down the lane. That's way too strong. And now Western Kentucky on the run. Jackson lost it. Oh, a foul. And Jackson was going to fall down. If there wasn't a foul there was. He reached in, picked up the foul. But if there wasn't, this was going to be a travel. You can see he lost control. Eisler second.
Official couldn't have seen it, but you know you couldn't have argued if he didn't call a jump ball.
Yeah. That's what Eisler's saying right now. Western Kentucky now 12 of 17 from the free throw line. 67%. Right at their season average. Now they come out with that zone pressure.
Need somebody in the middle.
There they go. Spin move, and he lost the basketball. It's tapped out of bounds. And Eisler's not moving real well, Coach. It looks like he's favoring that knee a little bit.
And he got bumped again on that last collision. So, yeah, this has been a very physical basketball game. Both teams have played extremely hard.
Will Neighbor went out early, and we haven't seen him in quite a while now.
I would be surprised if he comes back in unless it's a
after this long, yeah. Quick move in the lane, goes up, had that one partially blocked, and then picked up the foul. He may have been a little bit upset, thinking that he got fouled on the shot, and then he picks up a foul on the rebound. And that's what his head coach, Steve Shields, is talking to him right now.
I think the Trojans have got to move the ball more. They've got to get White back in situations. He's not even on the floor right now, but they've got to get him. Here he comes. Got to get him back in the situations where he can get the ball around the basket and create some offense. And thus, focus goes back on him, and now those guards can drive.
Kamene knocks it down. There's White that comes in. Stetson Billings from Strong, Arkansas comes out. And Marique Isom comes back. Isom has really had a good ball game.
Yeah, I like Isom. Yeah, I think that's a pretty good substitution by Coach Shields.
He gives you that offense. He can do a lot. And now we've got a lane violation. Was that the fourth or fifth time they've had a lane violation? I asked you this a while ago.
And
yet
you
it's
asked
another
me the same
one.
question. Was it fourth or fifth?
Yeah.
So it's got to be fifth or sixth.
It might be.
Yeah.
Steve Shields talking to Josh Hagan, who was the one that got in too early. And it didn't matter. He missed that one as well.
Well, they better come back. Yeah, they need to get the ball down inside and make that defense collapse.
There it is. White goes down in a jump ball. Terrific defensive play by T.J. Price. He saw White bounce the basketball, went in and grabbed it, and caused the jump ball. Alternate possession goes to Western Kentucky.
Watch Price rotate over right there. Yeah, it was an excellent play.
And he didn't have to dribble it. He was just a little bit uncomfortable with receiving the ball right there.
He likes to turn and face, and he likes to put the ball on the deck.
Fant comes back in that offensive defensive switch. Sets a screen. Price deep three. Rebound tapped in. Right there one more time, Josh Hagan. We got a 6-point ball game here in Little Rock, Arkansas. Just under 5 minutes left. Inside, all pretty move, but it just wouldn't fall for White. Up the floor, Jackson with a left hand. Oh my, nice. I keep saying nice move, and they are at each end of the floor.
And he was able to drive the baseline, set the defense up, and come back with his left hand.
Hagan's trying to get around Halsey, who's checked in. Isom passed up the three, and he is really on a roll. He averages 4 points a ball game. He's got 7 now, as that one was partially blocked, and then Hagens comes up with it.
Wow.
Yeah, that's all you can say. Wow.
He's just doing it all.
Hagens kicks it back to White. Knocked away by Fant, and then Isom will pick. I'm sorry, not Isom. Yeah, it is Maurice Isom picks up that foul.
Shot fake. He goes one dribble, up and in. He's been the X factor in this ball game. He's just doing a marvelous job. We'll see you in a minute.
71-65 with 3:47 left. Peyton Halsey, again the freshman out of Memphis. 69% free throw shooter. Has gotten some minutes here in the second half.
Well, if you play for Coach Harper,
you play.
You get to play.
Yeah. Got a very deep rotation.
And they're setting up for the press.
Oh, yeah, they're getting set, aren't they? They're letting you know we're coming.
He's got 5 guards on the floor. Look at that team.
Yep. Try to double team Higgins. Cross the floor. They got an open man driving inside off the glass, and they do what you've been talking about, score against that press.
First time tonight. And Higgins set it up well with the cross-court pass.
Price around that screen. Now a 3 left side. Wow. Brandon Harris makes it a 3-point ball game.
You better get going.
They get it across, and the pass intercepted by Akamine, and here comes Western Kentucky. Trey ties this one with 3 minutes left. Price starts to drive, and he gets fouled. Eisler will pick up that personal foul.
You know, and with and I'm not suggesting they do this, but with the lineup that Coach Shields has on the floor, you could switch all those screens because White is mobile enough, and you've got 5 guards on the other team. Now, Akamine really isn't a guard, but he isn't a post player.
Right. Price has got one more. And now Josh Higgins will leave. Devontae Smith comes back.
I think that'll be a quick
Yeah.
out. Coach Shields is instructing over there, and he'll get him back in very quickly.
You give him a minute, something like that. Because he has been their press breaker. And timeout. Steve Shields saw that they were in a little trouble right there and called a timeout immediately. And just as immediate, Josh Higgins is coming right back in. Higgins went out and is going right back in. So that was about a what? A second or 2-second rest, something
Well, I
like
said
that?
no more than 30, and it wasn't even 30. But there was something Coach Shields wanted to tell him, and so he took him out to communicate. Get him off his feet for just a few seconds, and you know as a player how valuable that can be.
Oh,
that
yeah.
You get to sit down.
Yeah, just a little rest, and you can feel so much better.
Now, if the Trojans can get it across and attack the basket, they should do that. If not, and they end up running a set offensive play, you got to get the ball theoretically down into White's hands down inside.
Yeah. The official is talking to Ben Dillard about what he's allowed to do on the baseline as far as movement goes. Higgins gets it, throws it across the floor, and here they come on the run. Isom. Oh my, he's in a bad spot there. Gets it across. And they're going to be content here to use a little clock. Higgins was in trouble there right in front of their bench, double team, and got it out of there with a heck of a pass.
Yes, he was, but with 5 guards on the floor, you got to get the ball down inside of White, or a drive to the bucket.
That's what he's looking for right now. Starts to drive, kicks it out on top. Shot clock at 1. It's kicked out of bounds with 1 on the shot clock. And now the officials, I think, are going to talk. There should be no reset of the shot clock, but I think it's got to go back to 1, would be my guess. Now they're going to look at the television replay to see when it went out of bounds.
The buzzer did not go off.
It went off when it was when it had hit, right? You can see the shot clock there on the top. 1 second should be on the shot clock.
And you can shoot the ball with 1 second.
Yeah. A full second.
Toppers did a great job because the Trojans didn't get a good look at the basket. Now they may get a basket here, but for the defense, as I say, did just a superb job.
So 1 full second here. This is a catch and shoot. Looking lob, and it goes right to Western Kentucky. And Fan says, no, I shouldn't be dribbling this ball. 1-point ball game, 2 minutes to go here in Little Rock.
Yeah, you got to get the ball in Price's hands or Fan's hands, and then play out of it from there.
Price wanted it, has it, 15 on the shot clock. Price lowers his shoulder, and a shot will go up, and a foul will be called. And the Hilltoppers will go back to the line. Ben Dillard with the foul.
Good drop off.
Yep. Came in and initiated, the defense initiated the contact. Well, their free throw problems have gone away here in the second half.
They had a 4-point lead with 30 seconds to go, the Hilltoppers in Bowling Green. And the Trojans came back and tied that.
Fan had it, lost it. Hagans comes up with it. Now they got to hurry. See if they can come down with Fan at the other end. They do, and White runs the floor. And White gets the dunk, and Steve Shields wants a timeout.
This is a defensive adjustment, a defensive timeout. He wants his best 5 defensive players on the floor. But I have to go back. That young man is fighting for that ball, and now he's going to make an incredible pass. Pulls the defense, and then bow.
About half court, he knew what he wanted.
Exactly. And if you'll see right there, White just kept running and got behind the defense. The defense didn't know where he was, and he was able to flush it.
Oh.
Really good offensive play. And I know what Coach Shields is doing. He's talking about they got to go. The Toppers have got to go to
Price and Fan
down inside. Yeah, or Price. Thank you. And so it'll probably be a combination ball screen like we just saw, or they'll set them up where one will go screen for the other, and they'll reverse it and try to drop it down in. One way or the other, one of those two young men's got to touch the ball.
Each team with a timeout left. Those will be full timeouts. Dickerson looks in, Fan fighting for position with White. Harris comes around that screen, good help. Dickerson left side, nope. Rebound, Price just took that away. Gets it out, Harrison, docks for 3, no. White tapped it out. Dickerson right there. Coming up on a minute left. A 2-point Trojan lead. Harris brings it to the wing. Price down low, post up, ran over the man. Offensive foul.
It was a double screen coming across, bringing Price to the ball. He dropped his shoulder and went to the bucket.
And this was the defensive move that Steve Shields did. He wanted to get Eisler in the ballgame to guard against Price being able to post up. And there's the foul.
Lowered that shoulder. Really good defense. Now you got to get the ball in bounds here, and that isn't necessarily easy.
They get it into Hagans, double team him, and then Price picks up the foul. Ben Dillard, a 79% free throw shooter, will go the line. That's 4 on Price now with 48 seconds left. What a terrific game. Coach, every week the Sun Belt Conference gives us great show after great show after great show. I didn't know we could beat last week with Texas, Arlington, and Georgia State. This is just as good.
This is right there. I agree. And the number of athletic plays by these kids, it's just unbelievable. A little bit flat on that shot. You could have
Eisler
made
comes
it.
back in defense. Here comes Fant and Harrison Docks for Western Kentucky. Go ahead.
Dillard could have made it a 2-possession game. Now it's a 1 possession if he knocks it in. And it's a 3-point play, but I would say, Toppers, don't go for a 3 if you've got it. Fine. If not, look to go inside.
The old line, whatever's open, right?
Absolutely. But
Crowd getting on their feet here. Price comes around that screen. Back up 3. Nope. Rebound. Hagens tapped it. White right there. And they've got a foul now. And they'll foul Isom.
No, timeout.
The fresh. Oh, did he get a timeout?
I think
no,
he got
it's a foul.
They called a foul. Okay. Coach Shields was up screaming timeout. He was right across the line. Perfect place for Western Kentucky to trap. This will be the 4th straight time. If Little Rock wins, it'll be the 4th straight time they've beaten Western Kentucky.
Isn't that something?
And they did it without Neighbors.
Yep.
But there's a lot of time.
Oh, yeah. This, a redshirt freshman. No. Oh. 3 times it hit on the rim and then bounces out. To make it a 2-possession game. Nope. Missed them both. Harrison Docks. And he's going to the basket. Got cut off. Dickerson gets it out. Harris looking 3. No. And rebound. Hagens gets it. And he's fouled with 11 seconds left. Marique Isom with the rebound. Got it to Hagens, who will go to the line with 11.1 seconds left.
Brandon Harris took a quick 3. Coach Harper just brought him over, and he didn't need that. They needed to score, and I think he panicked a little bit.
Yeah.
And thought, uh-oh, we better score here.
Josh Hagens has just been terrific. Oh.
I haven't seen a better guard in college basketball this year than the production this young man has made.
19 points, 6 rebounds, 7 assists. That was a terrific ball game. Missed that one with 10 seconds left. Price comes on the run. Across the floor. Harris a good look at a 3. Got it, and Ray Harper wants a timeout. A 1-point game with 5 seconds to go.
Great transition. Now the key is to get the ball inbound. Coach Harper has got to be talking about how he shuts out. And this is a transition basket. See, the defense isn't quite set, and you can't get caught behind that screen and allow Harris to shoot the basketball. And just, he's wide open. You can't allow that to happen. If you're defensive, great offense. It all depends on a great offense, not very good defense. Okay, now, both baskets. If you're the Western Kentucky, shut it out. They get it in, foul. Now you've got to really work on screening and getting somebody open, but you want to get the guy who you want to shoot the free throws to handle it, because as soon as he gets it, they're going to trap it.
Yeah.
And you can hold on to the ball. You don't have to throw the ball now because of 10 seconds. You can hang on to the ball in the backcourt for 5 seconds and the game's over.
Yeah.
So you don't have to panic. And what I'm trying to say is you don't have to panic and make a poor choice on the pass.
Right.
If you've got the ball, keep the ball moving and don't let them tie you up. Game's over or they're fouled.
I'm going to go back to Marique Isom, the redshirt freshman. He has really played well and is in the ball game here at the end. The guy who plays about 11 minutes a game. They'll get it to Hagen, and he will be fouled immediately.
He was not looking to pass. He wasn't looking to dribble. He was just saying, okay, go ahead and foul me.
Foul me. He makes this. It'll be a career high 20 for him.
Now,
with 3.7 seconds left.
If he makes them both, now we get back into that, do you foul?
Yeah.
And I say yes, but let him bring it around the 10-second line and then foul him. He's got to hit him.
Free throws have been a bit of a problem for the Trojans here down the stretch. There's Will Neighbor, their star player. Neighbor has been non-existent here in the second half. Had a good start to the ball game, but really has not been a factor since then. This is big now. A deuce. He misses this. A deuce wins the game.
Now 3 wins the game.
Yeah. Steve Shields wants a timeout. Now, are they talking? Would you guess he's talking about how to foul, where to foul, and when to foul? Is that kind of what you think Shields is talking about now?
They're only 2 up. I don't think you foul.
Okay.
I think you make the play. But what I think you need to do is I think you need to switch all those perimeter screens. And when they drive the ball to the basket, you've got to rotate quickly, because if it's somebody like Price, he's going to drive, and if you fill, he's going to pitch down inside the fan. And if they pitch the ball down in the fan, you're caught, because if you go help and he pitches back out to a three-point shooter, look out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, see? So you're a little bit cut, but I would switch all the screens on the perimeter.
And you pick them up right away, right?
Well, you false press. Just
make them pick the ball up.
Exactly.
So they can't throw it to half court.
Yes.
They can't do anything like that. You want them to use as much time in the backcourt as they have to.
That's right. And if your man takes the ball out of bounds, you got to be at the 10-second line, and whomever brings the ball across the timeline, you got to rotate over to that man. You want to make them make an extra pass. You don't want to pass here. You got a face guard. You do not want them to get the ball at the 10-second line.
Neither team has a timeout left.
Now, see, Jackson is open here. I wouldn't let him get it here. Okay, now you got to trap it. You got to trap it. You got to trap it.
2 seconds, 1 second for the win! For the win! Oh, my! Oh, my! The Hilltoppers of Western Kentucky. Wow, what a 3, and what a win on the road.
Jackson rotated from right in front of us across, got the ball so that he could go to his left hand. And he pulls up and nails it.
Wow.
Great offensive play by that young man. Heartbreaking loss, but a great basketball game.
Oh, God, you just can't ask for anything more.
And what a big win for the Toppers, because that separates them a little bit from Arkansas Little Rock.
What a win, 79-78. Let's take a look at our Geico go-to player of the game. And he just made that 3 to win it. Tracy Jackson with 20 is our Geico go-to player of the game. What a finish. I've said it, I don't know how many times, and you and I talk about it. What a terrific conference. What a conference tournament this is going to be. Thank you so much for joining us. Sun Belt Conference basketball. We'll be back Saturday, February 22nd, back in Atlanta, a basketball doubleheader. Louisiana Lafayette will visit Georgia State. Women's tip-off set for 6 Eastern, 5 Central, followed by men's action. Oh! Right here on the Sun Belt Network. For Bob Donewald, I'm Tom Dorr. 79-78 to the final. Good night from Little Rock.